The rivalry between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney has emerged as one of the most electrifying and polarizing storylines in contemporary boxing. What began as a fiercely competitive amateur feud has evolved into a professional saga filled with drama, controversy, and unforgettable moments. As these two young stars prepare for separate high-profile fights on May 2nd, 2025, the boxing world buzzes with anticipation for what could be the next chapter in their storied rivalry, a potential rematch that promises to deliver yet another blockbuster showdown. Their past encounters, marked by skill, power, and legal battles, ensure that every development in their careers keeps fans on edge. Amateur beginnings, a deadlocked rivalry. The roots of the Garcia-Haney rivalry trace back to their formative years in the amateur ranks, where they clashed 6 times in a series of bouts that showcased their prodigious talents. Remarkably, each fighter claimed victory in 3 of those encounters, resulting in a deadlock that only fueled their competitive fire. These early fights laid the groundwork for what would become a defining rivalry in the professional realm. Even as teenagers, Garcia and Haney displayed the contrasting styles that would later define their careers. Garcia brought explosive speed and devastating power, while Haney relied on technical brilliance, ring generalship, and an almost impenetrable defense. Their amateur battles weren't just about wins and losses, they were a preview of the greatness to come. Fans and coaches alike recognized the potential for these two to dominate the sport, and their evenly split record left an unresolved tension that carried over into their professional pursuits. Each fighter entered the paid ranks determined to establish supremacy over the other, setting the stage for a rivalry that would captivate boxing enthusiasts worldwide. The first professional clash, controversy, and chaos, the long-awaited professional showdown between Garcia and Haney finally materialized on April 20th, 2024 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The fight, contested for Haney's WC Super Lightweight title, was billed as a clash of titans, 2 unbeaten stars with a rich history stepping into the spotlight. The buildup was charged with intensity as both fighters traded barbs through press conferences and social media, amplifying the stakes of their personal and professional animosity. However, the event took a chaotic turn before the fighters even stepped into the ring. Garcia, who had struggled with weight management in the past, missed the 140-pound super lightweight limit by a staggering 3.2 pounds. This misstep rendered him ineligible to claim the WBC title even with a victory, and forced him to forfeit $600,000 of his purse to Haney as per their pre-fight agreement. The financial penalty added an extra layer of pressure to an already monumental bout, while Haney, the defending champion, aimed to protect his pristine 31-0 record. Once the bell rang, the fight lived up to its billing. Garcia, renowned for his blinding hand speed and knockout prowess, delivered a performance that stunned the boxing world. He dropped Haney 3 times in the 7th, 10th, and 11th rounds, using his signature left hook and relentless aggression to overwhelm the usually elusive champion. The judges awarded Garcia a majority decision victory with scores of 114-110, 115-109, and 112-112, marking a career-defining moment for the 25-year-old star. Many hailed it as Garcia's coming-of-age fight, proving he could compete with and defeat one of the sport's most skilled technicians. Yet, the triumph was marred by controversy. On June 20th, 2024, the New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, overturned the result to a no contest after Garcia tested positive for Ostarine, a banned performance-enhancing substance. The ruling preserved Haney's undefeated record, forced Garcia to return his purse, and cast a shadow over what had been a thrilling victory. Garcia maintained his innocence, claiming contamination or sabotage, but the damage was done. The fallout extended beyond the ring. In September 2024, Haney escalated the feud by filing a lawsuit against Garcia, alleging battery, fraud, and breach of contract. Haney argued that Garcia's alleged doping gave him an unfair edge, tarnishing the integrity of their fight. The legal battle injected even more venom into their rivalry, leaving fans desperate for a rematch to settle the score once and for all. May 2nd, 2025, separate fights, shared spotlight. Rather than an immediate rematch, Garcia and Haney will headline separate bouts on the same card on May 2nd, 2025 in Times Square, New York City. Promoted by Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority and marketed as a Ring Magazine showcase, the event is a star-studded affair featuring other marquee matchups such as Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza Jr. For Garcia and Haney, these fights represent critical stepping stones toward a potential potential second showdown later in the year. Ryan Garcia, 24-120 KOs, will face Rolando "Rolly" Romero for the WBA regular welterweight title. Garcia, still riding the wave of his controversial performance against Haney, remains one of boxing's brightest stars, boasting a massive social media following and a flair for the dramatic. Romero, 16-2-13 KOs, a former WBA super lightweight champion, brings his own brand of power to the ring, but has struggled against elite competition. After losing to Isaac Cruz in 2023, he bounced back with a victory over Manuel James in September 2024. Oddsmakers list Garcia as a heavy favorite, -900, citing his superior speed, power, and recent form. Analysts predict Garcia will exploit Romero's defensive vulnerabilities, likely securing a knockout around the 8th round in a statement-making performance. Devin Haney, 31-0, 15 KOs, will square off against Jose Ramirez in a welterweight showdown. Haney, the former undisputed lightweight and super lightweight champion, is widely regarded as one of the sport's premier talents, blending elite boxing IQ with a masterful jab and slick footwork. Ramirez, 29-18 KOs, a former unified super lightweight champion, has faltered in recent years, dropping fights to Josh Taylor in 2021 and Arnold Barboza Jr. in November 2024. Haney's technical prowess is expected to neutralize Ramirez's aggressive pressure, with most experts forecasting a unanimous decision victory for the undefeated star. A dominant win would reinforce Haney's status as a pound-for-pound contender. The road to a rematch, what's next? Should Garcia and Haney both triumph on May 2nd, 2025, the path to a rematch will be clear. Turki Al-Alshik, a key figure in Saudi Arabia's boxing investment, has tentatively scheduled their second clash for October 2025, likely at welterweight, a new weight class for both fighters. The move to 147 pounds adds intrigue as it tests their adaptability and physicality against larger opponents. Their first fight demonstrated Garcia's ability to overpower Haney with sheer force, landing 3 knockdowns in a career-best showing. However, Haney's resilience and capacity to adjust mid-fight suggest he could tighten his defense and outbox Garcia in a rematch. Pundits lean toward a closer contest this time, with some predicting a Haney split decision victory if he can weather Garcia's early storm. Still, Garcia's one-punch knockout power ensures he remains a live threat throughout. The Garcia-Haney rivalry is a saga with no end in sight, from their amateur deadlock to their controversial professional clash and the looming prospect of a rematch. Their story blends skill, spectacle, and unresolved tension. The May 2nd, 2025 event is a pivotal moment. Both must shine to keep the momentum alive for their inevitable second meeting. Whether they collide again in October 2025 or further down the road, one truth remains: Garcia versus Haney guarantees fireworks. Boxing fans globally will tune in, eager to witness who emerges as the definitive victor in this generational rivalry. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more boxing insights. Who do you think wins the rematch, Garcia or Haney? Drop your predictions below.